Hello everyone and welcome to Cinderful Gaming. In today's video we're going to take a look at and review the Fyreslayers Saga Axeband Spearhead for Warhammer Age of Sigmar. Today's video is sponsored by Easy Roller Dice, fantastic quality, easily legible dice that make your games quick and easy. Easy Roller Dice also sell other accessories for your dice like dice trays, cases, bags and cups as well. Use the code CinderfulGaming to get 20% off your next order and help support this store and the channel. Our formation for this warband is going to have our general as a battlesmith. We'll then have a unit of 5 Hearthguard Berserkers and then 5 Vulkite Berserkers times 4. So we'll have 4 units of Vulkite Berserkers running around the tabletop. Battle traits wise, we have Awaken the Runes. This is a once per battle round and we do this at the start of your turn. To declare, you pick one Hearthguard rune on the table to the right, then make an activation roll of d6. Each Hearthguard rune can only be activated once per battle. On a 1 to 5, the rune's standard effects apply, however on a 6, the enhanced effect applies as well. The effects last until the start of your next turn, so this does mean you get both effects if you roll the 6. So we have 4 of these. The first is Rune of Fury. First of all, the standard effect is add 1 to hit rolls for combat attacks, and the enhanced version is we also add +1 attack as well, pretty tasty. We then have Rune of Searing Heat, where the standard effect is +1 rend to our melee weapons, and then we add +1 damage as well with the enhanced effect. Rune of Fiery Determination gives our units a 5+ ward, and if we get the enhanced effect, we get +1 to save rolls as well, giving us some really good defense. Rune of Relentless Zeal is +2 to our move, and then we also get +2 to charge rolls with the enhanced version as well. All of these are fairly solid. They definitely have turns that they'll do better in. I think Rune of Relentless Zeal is probably going to be used early game to get across that table nice and quick, or potentially on the second turn. I can see, potentially a Rune of Fiery Determination being used first, if your opponent's maybe a little bit more cagey. If your opponent's definitely deploying up on that line and you reckon you can get in that fight nice and quick, I'd be going with Rune of Relentless Zeal first and then saving your Fiery Determination for when the combat's at its thickest after your initial charges. Moving on, we then have Regiment abilities, and we get 2 of these that we can pick from. The first being a once per battle start of first battle round ability called Magmic Tunnels. We can pick up to 2 friendly units, remove them from the battlefield, and set them up anywhere again on the battlefield more than 6 inches from all enemy units. I really like this ability. We are slow, we're dwarves on foot, so being able to have 2 units just redeploy anywhere on the table is a solid ability. Fire Steel Throwing Axes is our other and once per turn army during our shooting phase. We can pick any number of units that are not in combat and within 10 inch of enemy units. For each of those units, pick a visible enemy unit within 10 inch of it and roll a dice. On a 4+, inflict D3 mortal damage on that enemy unit. I think both of these are solid. For me, I think the redeploy ability of Magmic Tunnels is almost always going to be the way to go. It's such a powerful ability for a relatively slow moving force. Enhancements, we then have 4 to pick from. General takes 1 of them. We can either have a heal D3 for 2 stubborn to die. This can be used at the start of any turn, so this is really cool because it is every turn a D3 heal. Our general does only have 5 health, so it's not the toughest of models, but this is solid. A passive Spirit of Grimnir, where we can reroll activation rolls you make for your Hearthguard runes. I really like this. Just a second chance to get off the abilities with their enhanced effect is probably one of the best ones we're going to get. We have Horn of Grimnir, where General can use this ability if they're not in combat during your hero phase, and potentially can return some models to your units. Or we've got the Powerful Presence, where we add 3 to our General's control score. Now, I do like the Horn of Grimnir. I think that's a really solid ability, considering we don't have any reinforcement rule in here for our force. We do have a decent amount of Dwarden with quite a few wounds per model. I think Spirit of Grimnir is just by far the best one of these abilities here. That second chance to get those enhanced effects, which are so powerful when stacked with the regular effects. Leading our force is the Battlesmith. The Battlesmith has 5 health, a 4-inch move, 5+ save, and control score of 5, which is really nice. This model does have, a standard, so generally any of these banner bearing characters do have a higher control score. Ancestral Battle Axe has 5 attacks in combat with 3s to hit and wound, rend 1, damage 2. And it's got the icon of Grimnir, where it adds 1 to the save rolls for friendly units wholly within 12 inch. And once per battle during any hero phase, can plant the icon to give a 5-up ward while they're within 12 inch of the unit as well for the rest of the turn. This is really cool because this essentially can give us a second turn worth of our rune of, the Fiery Determination one, getting us another 5-up ward in there once per turn. Really, really good. Next we have Hearthguard Berserkers. Now our unit here is armed with Flamestrike poleaxes. We do have 2 different weapon variations on the unit in the full game of Age of Sigmar. We are using the Flamestrike poleaxe variant in our Spearhead. They have 2 health each, a 4-inch move, 6+ save and control score of 1. Though it is noted that they do have ward 6+, as it's something we see among all Fyreslayers. They have 2 attacks each at 3s to hit and wound, rend 1, damage 2 with the Crit Mortal ability. Now, while your general is wholly within this unit's combat range as well, both this unit and your general will have ward 5+. This is really, really nice. Once again, it's just getting another better 5-up ward into our force. This means, you want your Battlesmith generally to be near them, always getting that 5-up ward, but then having some Vulkite Berserkers nearby for your general, for the Battlesmith to pass out the 5-up ward on them once per battle. Really, really solid abilities. And lastly, we have the Vulkite Berserkers. We have 4 units of 5 of these. They've got 2 wounds each, a 4-inch move, a 6+ save, and control score of 1. Now, we then have the Fire Steel Hand Axes as well, which is nice. So, 2 attacks, 4s, 3s, rend 1, damage 1, and the anti-charge +1 rend is nice. This actually gives us an Anvil unit, which is pretty cool. That's our wall of, Berserker Duarden to really just hit into the enemy. Whirlwind of Destruction as well is a passive ability, and they add 1 to their attacks if this unit's been charged in the same turn. So not only are we going to get that anti-charge +1 rend, we're actually charged. Our profile for our attacks turns into 3 attacks, 4s to hit, 3s to wound, with a rend 2 and damage 1. We hope this video was helpful in getting you started with Warhammer Age of Sigmar Spearhead, and that it was able to give you some ideas and inspiration to start your own force in the game. If you have any other questions at all, please comment them down below. And while you're there, don't forget to drop a like, subscribe, and join our Discord server to check out all of our future Warhammer Age of Sigmar content.